here we are in Hollow Ponds, Leytonstone. I don't know if you're familiar with Leytonstone, but it's a suburb of London. I would describe it as a typical suburb of London. 135, 140 years ago, Leytonstone was an area of large estates where the wealthy had their homes so that they didn't have to live with the poor people in London, and they had these large country estates. And then of course with the massive expansion of the cities in the Victorian period, Leytonstone was consumed by urban sprawl. Victorian, and it's essentially today, you can see all that today, essentially it's Victorian housing, Victorian terraced housing. I live in a Victorian terraced house in Leytonstone, and it's a typical London suburb. It's typical, it's got, you know, tube station, overground, buses, and high road, supermarkets, shops, pubs, restaurants, and lots of housing. It's an urban, East London urban environment. So I was born in London. I was born in the 60s, North London, but I've spent most of my life living here in East London. And there's a huge, there's a migrant hawker dragonfly just hovering around here. Actually, if it keeps doing this, I might see if I can get a picture. Is it staying or going? It's a magpie flying by. Yeah, so I'm getting a bit distracted by this dragonfly. But anyway, so Leytonstone is a typical London suburb, and but the wonderful thing about Leytonstone, Wanstead, border between the London boroughs of Redbridge and Waltham Forest, is that we've got lots of lovely open space here. This is Hollow Ponds, Leytonstone. Not far from here is Wanstead Flats, and also another wonderful place for nature and wildlife is Wanstead Park, all within easy walking distance of central Leytonstone. So what I thought I'd do is just give you a little taste. The intention of these films is to give you a little taste of how you can explore nature even in an urban environment. Even within the city there is nature. There's nature to be discovered, to be explored, to be enjoyed. Lots of people, the vast majority of people, come to Hollow Ponds for dog walking, for jogging, to play games, to have picnics. There's a boating lake, fishing. People come for all of these different activities, and that's fine. But what many people, or it seems the vast majority of people, miss, it seems to me, is the wonderful nature that we've got here. You think of nature, and I think of, there's some wonderful YouTube channels if you look it up. I mean, I like watching people like Cameron Roxbury in the wilds of Alaska, up to his waist in snow, you know, photographing moose. I think it's wonderful, you know, wonderful to watch. And you know, there are people who are in Denmark or Norway, and they're making all these wonderful films showing you sea eagles and things like that. Yeah, sea eagles in Scotland and the island of Mull and so on, and it's very exciting, very wonderful to see all that. But my question is, can we explore and enjoy and discover nature in the city, in an urban environment, in the metropolis? The vast majority of people in Britain live in cities or towns, what can they do to find nature, and that's what these films are going to invite you to explore with me. Come along with me and see what we can see a stone's throw really from the city. So I hope you find them interesting, I hope you find them enjoyable, and let's see what we can see, shall we?